Wall Street is now online, baby. That's right. Visit the GW District. Shop the very best in men's and women's apparel and accessories, home decor, office supplies, books, pantry items, and so much more. The GW District is a retail marketplace of Black-owned products and media. We're both veteran and Black-owned, and we're bringing you the best online shopping experience with products made by small businesses. Come and experience the GW District difference today at shopgwdistrict.com. That's shopgwdistrict.com. The GW District, a retail marketplace of Black-owned products and media.
That's right. That's right.
Girl Sky.
Yo, keep waiting for stem to check. I'm busy making checks, investing next, making money stretch like Armstrong, hustle all night long. Ask me what's wrong, money on my mind, money takes time like you watch, so I watch. And yes, I am sorry, the pictures do not do it justice.
Thank you.
I hear it all the time when you talk to people, man. I know you hear compliments left and right and everything.
Yeah,
so.
pretty much.
Yeah, so how was your Saturday? How was your day today?
My day was good. Can't complain. I had a day off today, so just relaxing at home,
Oh man, look at you, I had to do a
nothing too
double.
much. Mm-hmm.
Had to do a double, and what's crazy it was I was trying to get to work by a certain time, like 6 in the morning, and I put money to the side to catch the Uber. Couldn't get an Uber, so I ended up having to catch a bus anyway. Just my
man.
luck.
It's not something.
So what do you love the most about podcasting? We're gonna start there.
Okay, I'm sorry. What do I love the most about podcasting?
Yeah.
What I love the most is that it's therapeutic for me. I love that I can say what I have the platform to say what I want, what's on my mind. I don't have to apologize for it. And just I get to be myself. So that's the best. That's the best part
Yes,
for me.
it's
Being able to be
therapeutic.
me.
I can have a bad day and I record and I feel much, much better.
Yeah. It's the
You
same thing.
know,
It's the same thing for me.
yeah, because even with me, it's like the things I be saying in my head that I want to say out loud, and that's to be a podcast that allow you to say it, what have you, and give your opinion on things and show your intelligence. Also show your funny, because y'all are funny as fuck on your podcast. I'm just letting you know.
Thank you.
Y'all silly as shit. I'm still trying to figure out how the hell a dude had a toothbrush in his ass. I don't get it. That's an interesting conversation for itself. So look, let me do these particulars and we can get this thing on the road, okay?
All right, let's do it.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Smokers Lounge here on Anchor, the perfect app for anyone who's trying to start their own podcast career. All you got to do is download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm and get yourself a profile today. I'm your host, Kavanaugh, the Southern Champ, a.k.a. the Porn Rap Star. Y'all know what it is. Find all my links with one link, allmylinks.com/porn rap star. I got three wonderful sponsors to tell you about. The first one being the Facebook of the LS community, lsworld.com. Next up, the hottest erotic adult magazine on the web, eroticismmagazine.com. Go there today and get yourself a monthly subscription, get it paperback mailed to you or digital and look at it online. And last but not least, also mailing on. I'm talking about xsitebunny.com, a new site for you to get excited about. I'm talking about for you content creators, 90% profit, plus they even offer healthcare, plus no hashtag words. And for you consumers, a new place for you to consume your adult content. So go to xsitebunny.com. Whether you're a consumer or a content creator, please just get a profile. Also, proud member of the GW District Black Podcasting Network. Also, while you're at shopgwdistrict.com, have the opportunity to buy products from over 500 Black-owned retailer shops and boutiques. Also, check me out on SkyhawkAfterDarkTV.com, as well as the BGP LLC app. As you can see, I have to be very long-winded for that damn intro. So
It gets so
I,
repetitious, right?
yeah, for as many episodes I've done, I better remember that shit. So anyway, I'm gonna sit back and let this sexy, gorgeous pod mommy, um, who after listening to her show, I am a huge fan now. I am all in anything they draw. Introduce herself. Go ahead.
And thank you so much. Well, this is Haydee Baby, one third of the Ladies Pitch podcast, and one half of the Decisions live on Instagram here with Mr. Bobby. Yeah, ready to start some shit.
Yes, yes. And see, you have mastered the IG live. I haven't got to that point yet. But then again, I ain't got that many followers to where anybody would even care to even look at my black ass anyway. So,
I mean, you got to
so what?
start somewhere, right?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I mean, I've done some like YouTube lives here and there and stuff, but it's kind of like, and I'm still also getting used to doing the video. So this is kind of new
Okay.
because most of it's about audio. I ain't want nobody to see my ugly mug. They can hear the voice. They don't need to see the, the face. They don't need to see all that. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I got
yeah.
the co-host for. Ladies like you. Anyway, so
Yeah.
what got you into podcasting?
Well, I had a thought for a while before I actually started with my co-host back in 2020. I had the thought for maybe like about a year or so, and I don't know. Just people would tell me like, "Yo, you definitely need to have like a YouTube channel or some type of podcast, or you need to create some content just because of your personality. You're funny, like you can get a conversation flowing just very easily." And I'm like, it sounds good, right? But then you're like, who's gonna want to listen to me? Who's gonna want to listen to my fuckery or whatever? And I already had someone in mind that wanted to do a podcast as well, and I couldn't think of anyone better to start a podcast with than my co-host Lexi the Savage. Shout out to her. And one day we were just like, yo, let's do it. And we started in January of 2020. We started by just creating like a following on Instagram. We started going on
Mm-hmm.
live. We started like creating an audience, and we launched our podcast officially. Our first episode, we dropped it March of 2020, right before a quarantine hit. And
I can
yeah,
say
we
I
started
dropped
like
mine.
literally like a few weeks before the shutdown in New York City. The
Mm-hmm.
studio shut down on like after 3 episodes in, and we're like, fuck, like what are we gonna do? We didn't want to just stop.
Mm-hmm.
We had just started.
Mm-hmm.
So we just continued, and we started like, we took our laptops and we went to like hotel rooms, and we started like recording, still dropping episodes each week. And we're 2 years in. We just made 2 years in March. So, and then we started the live. Me
Well,
and Durag came
congratulations.
along. Thank you. Thank you. Durag came along like last year. He joined the
Mm-hmm.
pod, and then me and him kind of like branched off. We're still doing Ladies Pitch, and we branched off and started doing Bad Decisions. And we're gonna make a year with that this October. It'll be a year that we've been doing Bad Decisions on Instagram.
See, well, congratulations on your pod anniversary. It's a pod
Thank you.
anniversary, and yeah, because I've been going in it for almost into 2 years and stuff. Kind of
Mhm.
similar situation. I retired from what I was doing, just need something else to kind of chase and what have you. And it's just like walking in, it how can I put this? I knew that it was no way to make money with it because of the world I came from, we made money. Everybody know what it is we listen to. My shit, I did adult film for a couple of years. Well, actually,
Mhm.
for more a couple of years, for a decade and a half. But um, it was like, was there a thought process that y'all had walking in, or was it more of a like, okay, let's labor of love, let's create something people will love, want to listen, following the whole nine, So what was your thought process walking in?
We actually, to be completely honest, we didn't even have a plan. We just knew we wanted to create. Yeah, we went in there like face first. We didn't even create a plan. It
Mhm.
sounds so simple when you say you want to create a podcast, right? You think it's as easy as you sit down, you record, and then that's it. No work is involved. You don't have to do any
Mhm.
work afterwards. And that's the misconception when it comes to podcasting, that it's easy. That's what we thought it would be, a piece of cake. And we noticed, like, we went in with no structure, no plan.
Mhm.
We just knew that we wanted to talk about two single women out here in our 30s, no kids, dating, trying to date in this puddle infested dating pool puddle that's out there.
Oh my
and,
God, the
and
dating pool.
yeah, and that's we knew that that's what we wanted to talk about, right? Because we had a shitload of
Mhm.
stories. And we just went in and we started talking about it. We would read, like, we were on dating apps. We would read, like, our messages. We were a segment where we were reading our inboxes on these
Oh my
dating apps.
God. I can imagine some of the messages that y'all read. Oh God.
Oh my god, it's just a mess.
God know it's
2
me and
years
we say
later, it's
some of
still
the
a
dumbest
mess.
shit. We say some of the dumbest shit to try to give a good line or something. And swear that we be killing them cool, like, yeah, she gonna fall for this one, right?
Yeah, exactly. And it was just our experience, and our experiences in dating. So that's how we started it off. Basically, that was the plan, what we wanted to talk about, and then it just snowballed from there to other things. We had friends come on, and then we got a little bit more structured. We
Mm-hmm.
created segments, and it got organized. But we had to
Mm-hmm.
learn that, with time and few
And,
episodes in.
and I think with podcasting, it's kind of like I tell everybody, like I tell anybody, everything that I've done so far has been organic. Even to the point when I first started, I didn't want to interview people. I was,
Hmm.
but it was kind of like just I did one interview and was like, okay, and I just noticed people liked it, so I was like, well, maybe I need to do another. It's like
Right.
because this medium is just so fucking new. It's kind of like it's still forming as we're in it in so many ways, period, and everything. But it's like with that's why I tell anybody, like, I have a lot of like porn stars ask me, how is it with podcasts? I said it's work like it is porn. Like, y'all edited footage. I have to edit audio and video. Now video, and trust me, it is harder to edit and make a trailer for a a podcast video than it is a action video, because it's
Hmm.
about the wording and the facial expressions and shit like that. So it's like it's way more tedious.
Yeah. Yeah.
So how did y'all find y'all studio and everything? Because I think they just so cool.
So
Because I'm just so jealous. Y'all like have a nice setup and shit. And I'm like, they in the
that's
studio.
actually That's actually our third. That's actually our third studio. Our first studio was the studio where we started at. It was
Mhm.
around my neighborhood at the time, and we left from there after the quarantine. We moved on to another studio that we found in the Bronx. We were
Mhm.
there for some time, but then we decided that we wanted to invest in our own equipment and be in the comfort of the home. And
Mhm.
we already had met Durag Daddy, and he was like, listen, we can, make a room in my apartment and we can make that a studio, and we invest in our own mics and our own
Mhm.
caster, and we'll be comfortable and we'll be able to do everything, from my house.
Mhm.
And it worked out. That's exactly what we did. Like, we invested in our own equipment and we just started recording from his house, and that's where we record. We're
That's how you knew you
comfortable.
was
And
meant to do this.
huh?
Because someone offered. That's how you know you was meant to do podcasts. Because someone offered their room for y'all to podcast out of. Like, here, go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah,
Just
he
do
was already
just
he was
touch on
down
it.
with us. He
Yeah,
was
I
already
mean,
down with
that's
us, and
beautiful.
he was like, let's do it. So
Because it's like when I be looking at, because see with y'all in New York, it's like, I mean, I don't know how the podcast community is up there per se or what have you.
mhm.
That we down here in North Carolina is very non-existent. I think I'm the only podcaster probably in the state that I know of. Even though they probably other podcasts, what have you. So it's and plus also y'all live in New York, so y'all have plenty to talk about the stories and everything.
Yeah.
Even when I be listening to some of the stuff that y'all be talking about, even to like with dating, like I heard the Pussy Power episode, that was very interesting and everything.
Don't get me started on that.
Oh no, we can talk about the cat because no, because it's like when I sit here and listen to it, because I listen to other podcasts, I listen to people talk, YouTubers, what have you. And the biggest topic is always relationships. Relationships. You know, ever since Kevin Samuel
Yeah.
told somebody that they look like a turtle and that life is over at 35, it's just been a conversation about relationships. So it's like with you, um, which I don't know your stats being single, married, what have you, you know. That's for her to divulge, not none of my business. But for some of you single brothers out there, y'all might want to know. But anyway, um, how is it in the dating world? Because like I said, I am a married man, so I don't date. You know, we might swing, but we don't date.
I mean, listen, I find it to be very difficult. I find it to be very difficult dating out
Mhm,
here because it's a game. It's basically a
mhm.
game. And it's like you can meet someone, you can think you hit it off, you can start
Yeah.
talking, and then it's like a few weeks in, it's just that's it. It's over after a few weeks, like it's a game. It's a game.
Mhm.
So you either have to play the game
Mhm.
or the game is gonna play you, basically. So
Yeah, because it's like I know when I was coming up in the day, just to give my age, that it was called chat lines. See, that's what we
mhm.
used to use. Now it's Tinder, you just swipe, and it's like the guys really take the time out to get to know you, honestly. Do they really take the time out, have a conversation, get to know you, get to know who you is? Because that's how we used to do it back in my day. It's like I like to get to know the lady that I'm. If we're going to do the do, I know at least your first and last name.
To be honest, like it's very rare a guy that wants to take you out on a date, nowadays. They don't even want to talk on the phone. They would just want to text and, just come over to my house and let's Netflix and chill. They don't want to take you out on dates. They want you to take them out on dates because now they feel like, men are like, I'm the prize. I deserve to be courted. I deserve to be taken out on a date. And listen, I don't find anything wrong with taking a man out on a date, right? I'm all
Mhm,
for it. I'm cool. But I feel like that's not something that you need to request, especially when you reached out to me, you're trying to court me, you're trying to take me out,
mhm.
then why are you requesting for me to pay for your date? Like, I, that just doesn't work for me. And again, I'm not opposed to taking a
Hold
man
on,
out
wait a
on a
second, wait a
date.
second, wait a second. I can imagine that conversation. And look, I like you, but I need you to. We need to go out to Red Lobster. Pick me up. You got the chicken and everything, girl. You know what I'm saying? Show me you love me. Come on.
That's
I
that's
just, I
how it
just don't get
is.
this generation, yo. I don't because
Yeah. Now it's the
it.
conversation of what are you bringing to the table? Are you 50-50? Like, do you do this? Do you do that? I'm like, what? Like,
It's
I've been
like
in
this. Do you
long-term
think?
relationships and there's never been like a topic of conversation.
Do you think? Okay. Like I remember someone asked a question. Damn, I can't remember what the question was. I was like, I never thought I would ever ask a woman that question. I can't remember what the question was. But it's like it just was like just a telling sign to me that the guys in this generation are coming up in the dating era, they don't understand wooing a woman. You
Mhm.
know, conversation, mental stimulation. Um, because I guess it's the microwave era. That doesn't mean that everything has to be microwave. Because
Right.
even to me, it's kind of um, like for example, even like let me. met a lady back in the day or what have you. You know, I kind of want to know who she is, what she about. Do we even fit? You know, period. Because
Right.
I think that's the reason why so much a lot of toxic shit goes on in relationships because they're trying to put like a square peg in a circle. You know what I'm saying? It's
And it doesn't work out.
yeah. So
You
that
don't
yeah,
fit. You're not
that's.
compatible, you know?
But, I mean, I'm not mad at a woman takes me out to dinner, but I prefer for her to offer it for me to ask. Because I'm afraid I'm gonna get
Yeah.
looked at. I'm sorry.
Uh-huh.
I'm afraid
And
of
it's
that.
there's the conversation of how much you should spend on a first date. Should you spend more than $100? Are you gonna go 50-50 on the first date? Like all those questions is like I said, I'm like,
For
I've
real,
been in
man. Hold
serious
on, wait a second.
relationships, and
You have
that's
been asked to go Dutch. Damn.
yeah,
Wait a second.
yeah.
Wait a second. Where was all this shit when I was dating? Wait a second. I had to pay everything. What the fuck? Don't get it twisted. I had girls that they might have bought me something this damn third, but trust me, I had to go first.
That's my point. I have no problem paying, but I feel like if you are courting me, right? If you're the
Mhm.
one and quote unquote applying pressure, that's what they use
Yeah.
nowadays, applying pressure, and you reached out to me trying to get to know me, then
Mhm.
you're asking me out on a date, right? If I ask you out on the date, then you should expect for me to pay if I asked you out,
Mhm.
right? But
Yeah.
if you are courting me and you're asking me out on a date, how are you asking me to go half and half with you on the meal? Like that just I keep adding one and one, and I'm not getting two. Like what's going on?
No, but no, here's the real question though. Since you paid for the date, does that mean that he has to, eat the coochie? I mean, I'm
Right,
just saying. I mean, he paid for the
right,
date.
right.
He needs to get
Right.
on his
So then if
knees.
I pay for the date, so I'm entitled to get some dick because I paid for it now. You know? You should be dropping those boxes if I pay for the date.
Look, I'm about to go to bed. No, you not.
No, you the fuck you not.
There's lobster, there's lobster and crab legs. No, get on your knees, boy.
No, it's
Mama
time
need
for
licking.
dessert now.
Time for dessert.
It's time for dessert
No
now.
whipped cream. Well, actually, well,
Or
I don't
whipped
know. You look
cream.
like you might be a queen, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm just saying some women squirt, some women, cream. I'm just
Right. But yeah, so just those are just like some of the things dealing with dating nowadays. That's just
saying.
like I just rather not date, to be honest.
Yeah, I can see why. Because I'm still just
Mhm.
stuck on the fact that
Yeah.
dude asks you to go in half.
And then if you're a woman that requires so much, if you require for a man to do,
Mhm,
if you require a man to court you properly, to
mhm,
take you out, to call you and not text, or it's just too much, because why would a man
mhm.
put in all that work when he could go on to the next woman that doesn't even require as much as you do, and he could get even more from her by doing
Well,
less?
no, there's men that are like that need it. It's just, I believe two things. One, your mate has to fit you and adjust to your changes in your life. And the
Hmm.
changes can be financial, professional, physical, even mental, period. And a lot of times, like for example, you're a podcaster.
Hmm.
You make it to the point where you jet setting, you doing tours, this, that, and third. So whoever you may date, they have to adjust to the fact that now your schedule has become more picked up or what have you. Period. You know, you might decide. Well, I mean, from looking at you from right here, I don't think you need any BBDL or any surgery anytime soon in life. Now, but let's you feel what I'm saying? You lose weight, she gets more attention than normal. You feel what I'm saying? Or she's in the room with hall pass dick. I'm just saying, you know, um, it's changes that a person has to adjust to, and they have to also fit. Period. Is if you want to do, they want to call you every 5 minutes. I suggest you date one or find one that fits that. But people don't have patience. It's just
Right.
a lot of times we kind of pick our mate based off of how good they fuck. A lot of times it's probably prerequisite.
And it's funny because I was actually having a conversation with someone yesterday regarding that, because I was saying that I've been guilty of starting a relationship solely based on just good sex, right? But now that I'm older and I have a little bit more experience in dating and in relationships, I don't feel like that's something that would work for me now at my age. Like I don't feel like a relationship starting off solely based on good sex is something long term that I would see as long term for me. And as important as sex is for me, like, if you listen to the show, this is to the podcast, sex is like very, very important to me, great sex is a requirement for
the
me.
1 and 2 is about this close. The 1 and 2
Right.
like today is
But,
day.
I want something just a foundation. I would want a friendship. You know what I'm saying? Because it will start off as a friendship and develop into a relationship, and I would want the friendship to still be there even though we're together as a couple. And I don't think that a relationship just based solely of sex would last very long, right? Because for me that would just be lust, and then that's something that can
No,
diminish
because
over
once
time.
the sex dies down,
So what
because
else do you have?
bingo. Because I look at it like this. This how you know this the person you're gonna marry. If you can imagine yourself wiping their ass if some accident said they bedridden, that that's the person you need to marry. I would
Right.
wipe your ass if you could move. Love you.
And that's a beautiful thing. And I feel like that's so rare
Yeah.
nowadays, right? Because I haven't met someone in a very long time that I feel like I can wipe his ass when he gets old.
I
You
love you
know?
so much. I would take
Like
care of you.
like
I
I
would comb
I
your
don't
hair.
think you I don't think you're someone whose diaper I want to change. Like, no, just it's not gonna work out.
You're just 6 months. You're 6 months.
Yeah,
You're a
you're a
rebound.
6 monther. You're a 6 monther.
Yeah, because but I think because which goes to R&B, it goes into. I don't think that. Okay, I'm gonna say this. All right, people know how I give it up on my show. All right, there's no real men's men in this day and age, and what I mean by that is, when I remember growing up, right? Because one of the biggest arguments is that the woman makes more money than the man, right? Women making more money, women getting out there creating, saying you're a business owner. You feel what I'm coming from? Period. More women are having their own, making the bacon as well as cooking that motherfucker and bringing it in from the store and everything. And I remember my dad and my mama, they both worked 9 to 5. I'm pretty sure my mama probably did a little bit better than him, slightly, whatever. But I don't think it was ever arguing about who made the most money or whether anybody cared. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To me. So it's like the things that I hear men complain about. Now, with women, granted, that I was hearing that back in the 90s. Give me a break. No scrubs. What else? I ain't your superwoman. I mean, I can just think of so many women's songs.
Yeah.
what about girls say, hold on. I wish she saw you were a football player. I'm like, damn. You just don't like his ex. You just don't like your new girlfriend, do
Right.
you? But it's kind of like, I mean, And even when I think about this. Claire Huxtable made more money than Cliff. Martin and Gina made more money than Martin, but you never hear Martin bitch and moan about it. You feel me? So why do you think in this day and age, because you closer to, you know, because we 10 years apart, and yeah, you a baby, but
I wish.
what you to why is it these guys are so sensitive like that, and why is that conversation even coming up? Because I don't remember we ever had that conversation when I was growing up, even in my 20s. That just started really about what 2, 3, 4 years ago.
Yeah, I want to say I've been single for 6 years, 5.5 to 6 years, and I want to say it started about 4 years ago. The conversation about women making more money than men. I don't
Yeah.
know if that started off with men that, and this is not all men, because I do know men who are married to women that make more money than them. And, they have, from what I see, very successful relationships, very successful marriage. They're not intimidated by their women making more money than them, being the breadwinner. But I feel like it all started with maybe men just being intimidated by women that make more money than them. Just solely of in a relationship, I think
Mm-hmm.
maybe they feel like a woman that makes more money has more control in the relationship. Maybe they feel a little bit emasculated by the woman if she makes him feel that way because she makes more money. I can see
I
a lot of
mean,
women doing that as well,
oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. I mean, there is your occasional, bitch, complete asshole.
Mhm.
Just like
Yeah.
there's a dude that will sit there rubbing in his woman's face. He got money. You feel what I'm saying? But I think
Mhm.
to me, I always say this: it's the foolishness of the few that drowns out the truth of the many. And it was the manosphere, it was the Kevin Samuels, it was the podcasters, the YouTubers, because our medium is becoming that powerful now. To the point that motherfuckers damn near come to us for news more so than they can go to CNN damn near.
Mhm.
And these guys started screaming about that, period.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
it's always been a case where women, a single mother, take care of her kids. It's always been a case where the wife made more money than the husband. And even if she didn't, she ran the household. What the fuck? Shit, she was the boss.
Mhm.
You feel what I'm saying? So I just think that it's kind of like, to me, maybe it's the imagery that we're seeing on TV. Maybe it's the music. I mean, like I was just listening to R&B. I'm like, damn, man, it's not sensitive no more.
Yeah. Upbringing has a lot to do with it as well, because a lot of men grew up, and women just seeing their fathers, being the
Mm-hmm,
providers, and
mm-hmm,
they're the ones that have to provide and protect, and maybe they
mm-hmm.
don't feel that way when their women, makes more money than them, or has a better job, a better career than them. They don't feel like that
And
man,
here's the
that
fucked up part
provider,
about
that
that. Then they turn
protector.
right back around and complain about the woman that don't have a job, that sits and don't do shit like a Peg Bundy.
But
So make up your.
this is why
We're
this is
dumb
why dating has become so difficult.
because we're dumb.
Yeah, people feel like they have to date and be in relationships according to like these rules that society set for us. And like, listen, at the end of the day, no one gives a shit. If it works for you and it works for her, then that's it. It
Mm-hmm.
doesn't matter what your auntie or your friends or your mama or your dad, whatever, has to say about how you are in your relationship. Everyone feels like they have to live like through these societal norms, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
not like that. Like, I'm very like, I don't follow any societal norms. Like, I'm very outside of
Oh,
the
I
box.
beat to.
And
I'm a drum that beat to my own drum. Seriously, because
right,
yeah,
same.
I did adult film and love said it. So I probably had more Bibles thrown at me and side eyes than probably the average. Period. But the thing of it is that it's like it's like many stigmas that get thrown out there. Like if a woman past 35, and I'm sorry, 40 when I was growing up does not look like 40 now. No, I can't even tell the difference between the young ones from the old ones. Like when you said your age on your show, because she put it out there. And I looked, I said, ain't no fucking way she up 30s. I thought she was I thought you was fresh out of college doing a podcast. What?
I wish. No, that was a long time ago.
Shit, well, look at you. You ain't got to worry about no grade. Shit, you probably ain't gonna grade for the next 30 years.
Listen, I'm all right with it. And if I do, I'll embrace it.
Yeah, so, but I mean, so with the podcasting, like, how do y'all come up with the topics? You know, what y'all like to discuss or what have you?
We have a group chat. So throughout the week, we just send each other anything that we see, anything that we've researched, that we've heard. At work, people know that we have a podcast. They tell us, like, listen, talk about this and this. Like, I have this issue. Like, speak about it in your podcast. See what everyone thinks, and we submit everything. Like in the group chat, we have a notepad that we all share. We write notes there. So that's basically how we come up with our topics. And then recording day, like we write everything down. We're like, all right, so we got, we use the process of elimination. Like, all right, let's talk about these topics. Let's hit this topic. And then everything kind of just happens organically. Once we already know what we're going to talk about, everything else is just basically like, it's not scripted. We don't write it down. Everything just like naturally just flows. And
yeah, because
that's how it's created.
Yeah, because I think what a lot of people get is he's not just being a talker; it's being an entertaining talker. Like when I listen to y'all, it's like y'all have comedic timing. Y'all don't talk over each other. Three of y'all, and y'all don't talk over each other. I was like, damn. They know they
Sometimes we do.
It depends on the subject now. The subject get good, it just gotta leave. Wait, hold up. Wait a second. Hold up.
Yeah.
Shoot.
But everything else is pretty much organic. We try to keep it that way because the vibe wouldn't be the same.
Oh yeah. Because I mean, it's good to have people to bounce off of because like sometimes I had to do some shows when I'm like by myself. And that's a lot of talking. But somehow I come up with 40 minutes before I know it.
That's hard.
Yeah, tell me about it. Because that's about as boring as doing a solo. It's a lot. So Miss Lady, are you into any lifestyle stuff?
Any what?
Lifestyle stuff. Like
Like,
swinging, poly.
I'm into. Yeah, I
BDSM.
haven't. I wouldn't say that I have a lot of experience, like in swinging. It's something that I would try. BDSM, not to the extreme, but I do like it. I have like certain
Yeah,
kinks and fetishes.
you like a little spanking, not a hard spanking, but just like a little tap, like.
Nah, it's hard. It's gotta be hard.
Oh, she likes it hard. Oh, excuse
I'm
me.
like, no, it's gotta be hard. Yeah, definitely. I'm into BDSM. It's gotta be hard. Like, I don't like anything soft.
Ooh. So we submissive. We're submissive, huh?
Yeah,
Submissive.
mostly submissive, but I like to be dominant at times as well.
Oh, so you switch. Yeah. I can sense with you like like probably the bedroom you kind of female that at some point you be like, okay, look, it's my turn here.
I mean, I'm from New York, so I'm naturally aggressive by nature. So
yeah, I know about you city gals. I know about your city gals.
yeah.
Catherine, what you say you from the Bronx? Am I
Yeah,
correct?
from the Bronx.
From the Bronx. Okay, yeah. My wife is from the Bronx, so I know.
Oh, nice. Nice. Oh, so yeah, right.
Yeah,
You
I
know a
know.
little bit about us. Right.
So I mean, so it's like when y'all talk about Like, what's some of the subjects y'all talk about on the sexuality side of things? Like, what do y'all normally tap into? What's some of the subjects that y'all tap into on the sexuality side of things?
On the podcast,
yeah,
we've spoken about like different kinks and fetishes. You know, we've had one of our friends, one of our gay friends on the podcast, Haydee. Shout out to him. You know, he's given us a little bit of like kinks and fetishes in the gay community. You know, I spoke about things that I've tried. Dugar Daddy has spoke about things that he's into that he's tried. You know, Lexi has talked about her love of like being a voyeur into voyeurism. You know, one of the running jokes on the podcast. One of the running jokes on the podcast is that she's always asking to watch me have sex. So she'll randomly be like, this has been a thing for 2 years that she's been asking to watch me have sex. She started a petition where people were gonna sign.
Oh my God.
So she can watch me have sex, and I constantly reject her. I'm like,
popcorn,
no.
enjoying the view. So
that's
what
she
fetish
wants.
Oh my God. So what fetish do you like? Tell me about you.
Well, me, I'm big into threesomes. Like, I think that I love it. I love women. I love men. I feel like why not incorporate them together in one session? So, I'm into spanking, choking, spitting.
You know, you're speaking to my Dom heart, right? Because I'm a Dom myself. So she just saying everything. He's like music to my ear, like choking, spitting.
Yeah, I'm into all of that stuff. Like I have a praise kink, you know, like I love to be praised by my man, and yeah, I love to be dominated, you know, rough sex, all that shit. I haven't tried like orgies. I do want to. I do want to have like an orgy. I haven't done so, but you know, I've been like researching, and recently we had Majesty from the Fun Sexual podcast. She was on Bad Decisions last week, and you know, she was educating everyone regarding like you know, play parties and swinging and orgies and stuff like that. So I've been researching ever since, like, you know, about the play parties and stuff like that. So as soon as I, you know, wet my feet in some of those things, like I'll definitely be talking about it on the podcast. So
oh my God. All I'm gonna say is the man that has you within a threesome is a lucky dude. You're the man. What's your name? Anyway, yeah, but you ever thought about doing a gangbang?
No.
He said no.
No, and I've been asked to, and I'm like, oh, you know, it's not my thing.
It doesn't surprise me. That's the bad part. It doesn't surprise me. I mean, you're a beautiful ass woman. Plus, I tell that you're thick, so you can take a good pounding. You know what I'm saying? You know, and once again, you in New York, so the lifestyle is very rich up that motherfucker. I swear.
No, and I've been asked to, and I'm like, I kind of entertained it at first, but I'm like, nah, not for me.
It's just too much dick.
Yeah, too much. I'm all right.
So you do two dudes. You do two dudes at the same time, though.
I'll do one dude and like 3 or 4 women, like, you know. But I will not do 2 guys. Like, what I would do is like a guy, like another guy and another couple, and I could do like the fucking and then switch, but not at the same time. Couple swapping. I could do that, but I won't do the whole 2 guys at the same time. No, I'm good.
Look, it's just funny because you know what's interesting, like when I have conversations with podcasters about this, it's just funny because I'm sitting here thinking like all the porn stars I've talked to, like this is the most sane shit I done heard. I done talked to motherfucker that had like 20. I'm like, how did that work? Damn.
No.
But no, but, but that's what I like about the lifestyle also, and two, that's what I like also when it comes to the community of Brown, when it comes to BDSM and the lifestyle, that we're now being more open to it or what have you. 'Cause even talking to like I talked to an urban person, they told me now it's opening up, but not much. What have you? Seeing that more people are interested in it and trying to indulge and everything, and also my thought of this that monogamy is more mental than physical,
Mm-hmm.
and the reason why I say that because your heart and mind can be with one person, but you can have others, people that you may play with and sex with or what have you, period. And I think that is the mindset that we're starting to head into moving kind of forward because, especially with society and everything going on with the sister wives shows and shit like that,
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of basically letting everybody know it's cool to have more than one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Listen, and
So
I'm
she,
with that too. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with like open relationship, and
mm-hmm.
you can see other women, I can see other men, like as long as there's trust and there's communication and we're honest with one another, like I'm cool with that. I'm all right with it.
Yeah, yeah, because it's kind of like with me, I'm just a freak like that. I get turned on knowing someone fucking my wife. That's and
Yeah.
I think more men should be that way because I'm sorry, it, because at the end of the day, you have to be secure, but also the relationship itself, the core of everything has to be strong because the biggest worry that a guy may have or a woman may have is that you may ultimately want to switch or
Mm-hmm.
move on to this person. And I think people still somewhat stuck with that traditional thought process that, oh, if you fuck somebody else, you plan to
You
leave.
must love them and you want to be
You
with
must love
them.
them, be with them. No, sometimes women want to try some dick out.
Mm-hmm.
It's nothing
Mm-hmm.
personal,
Well,
you
that's what
know.
we think because we're more emotional than men.
Mm-hmm.
I know there are a lot of women out there that can keep it casual and just have sex and it's just sexual and it's not emotional and
Mm-hmm.
it's not love. But a lot of women, like, we need that, myself included. I do need a connection before I actually sleep with a
Yeah.
man. Like, I've never had a one night stand for that reason. I've never had a one night
Well, I can't say that, but I still at least knew her name, I at least knew her name. No, because even with me, it's especially if it's someone you're gonna be fucking over time, you're gonna have a connection with. It's no way in
stand.
hell that you're not. It's no way in hell you're not gonna have a deep conversation or some of that nature because it's over time. It's someone that you're seeing, you know, that's just facts. It's no different. Yeah, it's no different than if you had a fuck buddy at some fucking point. If y'all been fuck buddies for 6 months, somebody might not want to be a fuck buddy no more and be actually in it. Period.
Mm-hmm.
So it's to me, it's like to be. It has to be one understanding on the other person that they understand and respect the dynamic that I might be in or you might be in. Period. And a lot of people don't understand the dynamic, or if you want to be honest, you just get off on doing fuck shit. I'm sorry, there's some females that get off on doing some fuck shit. Like they get off on, yeah, she don't know. It's a turn on. And dudes, we not gonna snitch no goddamn way. We ain't gonna fuck up the pussy. No, actually, we encourage you to stay with him. No, y'all can work it out. Just keep fucking me though. Y'all work it out.
Yeah. What I've also learned, I do have a lot of guy friends, and what I have learned from my guy friends is that a lot of them love to be in situationships with married women and women in relationships, right? So they observe the way these women lie to their husbands, the way they move in order to have them as a side man or whatever. So when they meet a girl that they like or they get in a relationship with, they have in the back of their minds the way they messed around with married women and the way those women lied and the way those women snuck around to be with their men. So, they develop like these trust issues. Subconsciously, they have all these trust issues in the back of their minds. And they think that the woman that they're dating is going to move the same way and it's going to cheat on them because they've been involved with so many married women. And I'm like,
it's the karma, because as a man, your biggest fear is I'm on the other end, period. Now, two folds why a man will fuck with a married woman. One, I know she can't catch feelings. So, and I know that it is pussy.
But she does.
Yeah, of course, because not unless they're in a swinging relationship or a poly, it's kind of an indication that she's kind of checking out of the relationship. It takes a lot for y'all to decide, something. I think I might fuck the pool boy today. And I'm telling the truth, it takes a lot.
Oh my God.
A couple of cheats. He done fucked the secretary, the assistant. He done fucked the sister, goddamn. You still with that nigga, goddamn. It took him not cooking you some eggs that morning. You decide, something? I would have fucked your best friend, you piece of shit.
Oh my God. That's so extreme.
But like I said, I mean, but see, that's one of the reasons why I deal with married women, because he figures, for the most part, even if she falls in love or not, that she's not gonna leave her husband. Because once again, the thinking is if a man was cheating type situation. That's what our thought process always is, period. But at the same token, of course, you're gonna have PSD because you was the guy she was cheating with. So your biggest worry is that karma might come bite you on the ass and bite you on the ass hard. So it's kind of like, just like with females that deal with, married men, it's kind of like she don't want to be on the other end. And trust me, you probably tap her soul at some point of thinking about that. Because that's not a good feeling. You did not have a clue by any means.
Yeah.
Or worse, you walk in on me. Well, hold on. It depends. Because if you walk in and it's her with another chick, I don't think you can get so mad. Yeah, you can't even get mad.
I was going to ask you, is that cheating?
No, actually, that's a good night. That's a good night. No.
So if you walking on your wife, if you walking with your wife, or you walking on your wife with another woman, it's not considered cheating. You wouldn't consider it cheating.
No. We'll see. Okay. Here's a caveat. All right. One, reality, my wife is bi, so it wouldn't be considered cheating. No way. I already know she wants some pussy. Now, let's say the case of I did not know. Now, we talking about is Bob, not the average dude. Bob probably would not got mad. He probably just looked at me like, no, don't stop. Keep going. I'm about to sit down and hold this blunt and watch. Why you didn't tell me you like pussy too? What the fuck? We can talk about these things.
Yeah.
Period. Because, I mean, in that situation, as a man, either your woman is bisexual, which is probably 9 times out of 10 what it is, which means it had nothing to do with you. And no matter how much she fuck Shorty ain't got the same equipment as you. So she just wants some pussy every now and then. It's just, once again, it's our egos. It's our egos.
Yeah,
Period.
it definitely
Because
is. I agree. It's ego.
yeah.
So those are the men that operate from a place of ego.
Well, actually, it shouldn't be ego. It should be idiocracy. Actually,
Right.
he's the same man that meet a girl in the strip club, and it's after he gets with, expect her to leave the strip club.
He's mad at her about being a stripper when he met her at the strip club.
Man, the strip club got there. He was tipping. He made it rain that day. He made it.
He was her best customer.
Hell yeah. He even bought a
He
private
was her
show.
best customer.
Now I don't think he should be on that pole no more. Maybe she like being on the pole. Some people like enjoy doing what they do, yo. I never understood why dudes
Yeah,
do that. I tell any woman, never change who you are to fit him. Let him adjust to you.
absolutely.
I know dudes gonna listen to this like, man, Bob, shut the fuck up. No, that's the truth. I mean, no, because I think women have to take into account what they bring to the table. Period. Like with us with podcasting. Um, like one of my favorite podcasts, she loved to talk about her relationships. So that's a lot of pressure on the dude because not only am I dating a woman that got money, that's good looking, fine and shit, but also if I fuck up, she gonna tell the world. So, so
Yeah, I worry
it,
about that too.
yeah, he got a lot of pressure, goddamn. Yeah, because I know any man date you gonna be like, oh, son, I really don't need to fuck up. You're here, I'm a piece of shit. Did you know on Ladies Pitch, she said you a piece of shit?
We heard it.
We heard it, nigga, and we don't like you. Come in and get out my bodega. Son of a bitch. No, but that's what I mean. That way it went back, full circle again, fitting. It's like your man has to fit you, and you have to fit him. Because I always hear the question, how do a man show up? No, he just need to show the fuck up. Y'all figure out where he fit in when you go there. When you get there. Because
Yeah,
that's all it takes him to show the fuck up. I mean, hell, just as long as he learns how to read the room, that's all. Like my mama said, a woman knows who she gonna fuck when she walk in the room. It's just your job not to say nothing stupid to fuck it up.
not to fuck it up. Hmm. Don't fuck it up. Simple.
So, and the last thing I would to holler at you about before I let you go, because we hitting on an hour. With the podcasting with you and your three co-hosts, what have you. What's some of the things that y'all plan to do with the podcast? Because being that you is in New York, it's like y'all can move differently than a person like myself, or or in a hick town or what have you. And um and 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 everything. So how y'all been like moving, connecting with the community, the podcast community? Because I know it's vast. There's a lot of it.
Hmm. Well, when we first started networking, we were networking with a lot of people from different states, right? Like we weren't
Mm-hmm.
really prioritizing New York podcasters or really like looking for New York based podcasters.
Mm-hmm.
We met a lot of people from like the DMV area,
Mm-hmm.
um, from Florida, from Cali. Like we made from Jersey over here. We made like
Yeah.
a lot of those connections with people. But now we're kind of just focused on like creating more video content,
Mm-hmm.
um, just creating more content in general, having more outings where we're meeting people, different people from
Mm-hmm.
from different places, content creators, doesn't necessarily
Mm-hmm.
mean podcasting. They could be into video,
Mm-hmm.
videographers, all types of different people that are into creating content and are creatives just like us, and
Mm-hmm.
networking and researching and learning, because this is a learning experience still. Even if,
Mm-hmm.
we become a huge podcast, it's still a learning experience, and you're still learning from other people, and you're meeting other people that have more experience, know more than you, and you're learning from them. So, you know, we're looking forward to just learning to grow, um and see where this journey takes us. Like it's a roller coaster, but it's a
Yeah,
ride
because that's why I like
worth it
talking to
for us.
other podcasters, because like to hear y'all story of how y'all got started, how y'all moved and everything, and because it's kind of like people don't, like I said, don't realize how this is a very new medium, and it's growing and it's becoming more popular and more known. Because I never thought in my wildest dream that I'll be a part of somebody's daily routine, or
Yeah.
you know, like you might get an email like, "Why y'all ain't do a show today?"
Oh, that happens. That happens. What? Let us not drop an episode one Monday, and let's not announce that we're not dropping an episode. People are texting me and hitting up DMs like, how come I didn't get a notification that you guys dropped an episode at midnight? And I'm like, oh, right, because we're on vacation and we're doing things or whatever, and just sometimes we need that break just to be able to like live our lives outside of podcasting and having content to bring back to the pod and talk about, and having fresh content and new experiences and things like that. Because the one thing in the podcasting is that a lot of people recycle the same topics.
Yeah.
So one topic that you might hear in one podcast, you hear it in like 10 other podcast shows, the same topics. So we try to we do have relationship topics, but we also have, we have like a comedic spin to it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So we'll have like the just
Because
the
because I
the
think the
top
hardest part of podcasting to me is allowing the show to make its own personality.
yeah.
Period. And I think y'all did that kind of like I did. It was like even with the other podcast that I do in the Premium Smoke Room with my other co-hosts, it's kind of like I told them, I said, allow the podcast to be what it's going to be, and you feel your way out to see, okay, this is good. What we can talk about. This is what I'm passionate about. This is what I think would be fun to say, or what have you. Period, and everything. Even to getting guests or what have you. Period. Lord knows I stay hitting people up for guest appearances or interviews. Period.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of like from watching from the beginning of what y'all did to now and what it evolved to and where it's evolved into, did it kind of like blow your mind to know that, damn, just 2 years ago we was here and now look where we at now?
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely does. Because even the people that have been listening from day one, they always tell us like, wow, you guys have grown, And one of the
Mm-hmm.
things that has happened to maybe in like two different occasions is I've met podcasters and they get to, to chop it up with me, like just behind the scenes, and then,
Mm-hmm.
no recording. And they're like, oh my God, you're exactly the way you are on the podcast. Like, and to me,
Yeah.
that baffles me because I'm like, okay, so what were you expecting? They were like, I don't know. I kind of thought that like it was a persona or something that you created for the show. And I'm like, no, what you
This
hear
is
is
me.
exactly the way I am. Yeah. So
Yeah,
that
because
always
I
like
think
it
I
still bugs
think
me out when I hear that.
yeah, 'cause I think what it is that they expect us to be a caricature of ourselves when we're on the podcast.
Because
Period.
it is
It's
for a lot of people though. It is,
yeah.
let's not get
Oh
it
yeah,
twisted. It is
because
for a lot of people.
you do be talking loud, and then when you meet him in public, he quiet and reserved as fuck.
Yeah, or he doesn't even live up to anything that he preaches on his podcast. Him or her. Like I'm just saying anyone in general, like they speak a certain way on their podcast, and then when you meet them in person or you know them personally, it's like, yeah, you're nothing the
you
way you
you a little
portray on
extra.
your
You a little
show.
extra today. You a little extra today, sir.
Yeah.
You
Like
a little
I
extra
know
today,
you.
man. Oh my
I know
god.
you know you.
Well, you know something? I got to bring you back. I would love for you to come back to the show for real. Seriously.
Oh, definitely. You let me know and
Oh yeah,
I'm here.
and plus also people, I will be appearing on her Bad Choices. I think that's the name of it
Bad
on IG.
decisions. Bad
Bad
decisions.
Decisions, excuse me, Bad
Yeah.
Decisions on her IG Live or what have you. And y'all need to check it out because it's funny, it's good. Y'all need to check out her podcast and everything. And like I said, I want you to come back because a lot of I didn't even get talk to you about podcast fatigue. You know what I'm saying? Well, there's a lot we gotta chop it up on, you know. So with that being said,
Yes,
can I call you a smoke buddy?
Yes, you can.
There you go. And she will be back, and we will also bring her on the Premium Smoke Room. Y'all know what it is: $4.99 a month, 6 premium podcasts for you to listen to and enjoy, where we get more uncensored, more candid, and more real. You feel me? So that means that Miss Lady, tell everybody where they can find your podcast and you.
You guys can find Haydee Baby and my co-host Lexi the Savage and Direct Daddy on Instagram, Ladies Pitch, and also on Twitter, Pitch718. You can find Direct Daddy and myself on Bad Decisions Live on Instagram and Bad Decisions on Twitter. So every Friday, Bad Decisions, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bring the drinks, we bring the bad decisions. You know what it is.
See, you can tell she the experienced podcast. Listen to that good pitch. Listen to that lady pitch. So with
Gets
that
so
being said,
repetitive.
oh, you see, you can't help that. You know you're a good podcaster. You feel me? So with that being said, people, how we do this all day, every day, how we end the show. Life is a learning experience. What's the point of the experience? You didn't learn anything. Smoke this over. Say goodbye to the people.
Bye.